Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the King Not Queen podcast. My name is Nina, and I am your host. Another disclaimer this episode, I'm back in my usual recording spot, so if you hear this music in the background, just don't mind it, because I don't feel like being in my room today, and I'm just trying to get this done. Today's podcast is going to be pretty short. I have some things to do, today my program started, so I have a lot of things to do, and I'm not trying to say and record a podcast, but I've made a commitment, and I'm here to do that commitment. So I didn't do it yesterday, so today's Wednesday. Like I said last week, I was trying not to record on Wednesdays, but here I am again, Wednesday afternoon. Actually, not even Wednesday. It's Wednesday afternoon. I usually record in the morning, but this morning, I could not get myself out of bed. I really couldn't get myself out of bed. It was so difficult getting up. It's probably because I didn't even go to bed that late, though. That's the thing. I really didn't go to bed that late. I don't know what time I went to bed, but I never went to bed. But I definitely was not up past 1, and I got up at 8 o'clock, and then I rolled around in bed for literally an hour, just rolling around, and then I got up and got myself ready. But yeah, so yeah, you know how we usually start off the podcast, bad movie review. I didn't do that. I didn't watch any movies in the past week. I watched The Hunger Games over the weekend, but that's just a fantastic series. But I will tell you, I will tell you what shows I'm looking forward to watching, and I'm very much, okay, so I have a list, but I'm not gonna touch my phone because I heard in my last podcast, I listened to them before I post, and I had major technical difficulties, so I'm not trying to mess around with her today. Just let the phone live. Let her live. Please, let her live. Alright? But, so, obviously, last episode I talked about Hamilton, so I've kind of been obsessed with musicals, but not really, but kind of. So I saw this musical pop up on my TikTok newsies, and I heard that it's on Disney Plus, or it's been recorded. Oh my god. Lord. That it's been recorded or something, so I'm gonna try to find it and watch it, because it honestly looks like it's kind of cool. I don't know what else to say about that, and maybe it has a good soundtrack. Also, I want to watch the show Scream Queens. Yeah, we know it came out years ago, but it seems like it's gonna be interesting. I don't know. I don't remember what else I wrote down. I think it was just those two things that I want to watch. So I'll report back on them next week if I finish. Also, I have to watch Legend of Korra because I need to finish that. My friend is very disappointed in me for not continuing it, but I'm a busy gal. I have things to do, so I don't have time to sit here and watch Korra, even though I want to. So that's what's happening. So yeah, that's kind of my filler for bad movie review, because your girl didn't get to watch any movies this week. So yeah. So moving on, my artist spotlight this week. So last week was Ashniko, and she has come out with a new song within the past week. It's called Daisies. Super good. I really like it. I am currently, again, didn't listen to any new artists. I've just been obsessed with the Hamilton soundtrack since last week, so I'm still listening to that. I found a new song actually from the soundtrack where it's I don't know, but it's a different writing of a song that's on the actual Broadway soundtrack. It's just a different writing. It's called First Burn, and it's basically a different version of the song Burn from the Hamilton soundtrack, and it's super good. That's probably the best song I've ever heard in my life. I'll literally play it back to back because it's that good. But yeah, that song. But the artist I wanted to give a shout out to was Bea. I don't know if it's Bea or Bea, but Bea Miller, I think. And I only know one of her songs, and I literally listened to it once maybe, or even half. But I saw it from TikTok, and it's, that TikTok sound, it's I just wanna feel something, I just wanna feel So that's a song, and I haven't really listened to it fully yet, but I have listened to some of it and it sounds good. And I've heard her name pop up multiple times. Like, that name seems very familiar, so I'm going to keep listening. Again, I'll give an update next week. Let y'all know how it do be going though. But yeah, so those are my those 2 segments are over. So yeah, like I was saying, this sound is me playing with my tripod because I can't just sit here and do nothing. So this week, which is why I'm recording this on Wednesday, I started my program for like this college of Georgetown, and it's actually really fun. Literally the only drawback is that it's online, but like it's not a bad thing. I was supposed to go there and be there for 3 weeks, but obviously it's online now, so it's a little like strange. It's a bit awkward. There's been some events or like classes where it's just kind of like silent. The only reason, I know it's gonna come off weird, I am a shy person, but the only reason I'm kind of not participating is I don't know if someone else is gonna talk, so we talk at the same time, and then like it makes it more awkward. That's my only reason, because like I feel like I'll be like, so I believe, and then someone else talks, and then we're like, oh no you can go, oh no you can go, and I feel like that's gonna be weird. So then I just sit there, and if it's silent for a pretty long time, then I'll say something. But I don't want to be I don't want to live with somebody, you know. Excuse me. So yeah, and then I would say something else. Oh, all the kids there make me feel dumb. But they probably think the same about each other, but they all make me feel pretty dumb. Because everyone talks in pretty big words, and sometimes I don't understand what they're saying. Because I talk with reallys and kind ofs and ands and few and little, sad, mad, happy. Like, I talk with really small words. I'm not as my lexicon just really isn't up to par, so as with some of the other kids. So I just kind of find it funny that I'm just out here being like, yeah, I feel like this story is really sad, and they're talking in foreign English. I don't know, it's just kind of funny. But yeah, tonight we have a little event. It's at 5. We're playing Pictionary. Don't know how that's gonna work, but it seems kind of fun. And yeah, and I'm literally only 3 days into it, and so far it's actually really fun, and I'm really enjoying it. And yeah, it's 3 weeks, so 2 more podcasts from now. That's all I gotta think about my weeks now. Each week is a podcast, and I'll be like, I'll see you 3 podcasts from now. That's 3 weeks. I don't really, at this point I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah. So speaking of academics though, well, I'm just flying. I have podcast notes on my laptop, flying through them right now. Literally flying through them. Okay, so speaking of academics, sorry if you just heard movement. I think I hit one of my making noise. Okay, so speaking of academics, my AP scores came out oddly a day early, and College Board, I have a message for College Board. Get your stuff together, because literally multiple students couldn't even find their scores today because their website crashed. College Board never thinks of the future. They never think ahead, and it gets me angry every time because they never think ahead in any situations. Even before this all happened, I feel like they never thought ahead about anything. I just find it so odd, because they're supposed to be this big company and big advocate, and they never get anything right. I don't know, but I'm thankful for them not getting this right, because I was supposed to get my scores tomorrow, but it looks like they've unlocked the scores for everybody. I'm currently seeing what I'm grasping at, because a lot of my friends have already gotten their scores, and so Massachusetts wasn't supposed to get theirs till tomorrow, and we've all gotten them today, and our teachers told us. I found it so weird, because last year my teacher never told me. They told me the day we got our exams back. They didn't tell us like the day before. So I don't know, I found it weird. And last year I used a website that kind of like masked my IP address and gave me my scores a day early. But I didn't have to do that. I wasn't going to do it this year. I was going to patiently wait it out. But it just ended up happening where my scores were released early. So let's just say I passed all my exams. Thank you. And I most likely, if I go to college where they accept credit, I most likely will be able to get credit from the exams. So I'm pretty proud of myself. And I'm really hoping like I think I might earn some sort of award. I'm not sure. But, you know, college board is very disorganized. It probably even won't. But a lot of, like, I don't know. I feel bad for a lot of people because of their situation. Like, a lot of people were like, we took this exam in the middle of a pandemic. And people were still, like, pulling off really great scores. But at the same time, like, there really is not an excuse, but there really is a reason why so many people didn't do as good this year, and it's because of the pandemic or whatever, and not being able to study properly as I would be studying in school. Because in school I would have been like last year we stayed after school for like 3 hours, ate pizza, and played Kahoot to study for our exam, and we did all this stuff. And this year we just met online for an hour and talked about the American Revolution. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not the same. And honestly, for people to be able to do well with that kind of review is pretty impressive. But then again, like I said, there is a reason why so many kids didn't do well, and it's because of that. But I think that the pandemic really pushed people to work harder, I feel like, but I don't really know how to feel about that. I just want to see if my work is going to be, not every year because it's only my second year, but I just want to see if my work is going to make it on the exemplar. I really hope it'll make it on a exemplar, even if it is for an essay that only earned 5 points out of 10, but I'm really hoping I make it on an exemplar. I looked last year and it wasn't there, but those exemplars won't be out till like December, maybe January of next year. So we'll see, basically. Man, the burps are just out here today. I had pasta salad. If y'all don't know Southern salad, they make the best salad. And I had waffles with cream cheese. Everyone needs to try that. I don't know if I said this already, but waffles with cream cheese slap. I don't know what it is, but like something about the two things mixing together that like shouldn't be together slaps so hard. And if you put bacon on it, oh yeah, it's even better. Even better. I'll say it again. Even better. It's so much better. Like, I can't describe to you the feeling I get when I eat bacon, a waffle, and cream cheese. Like, it just hits, and then the butt of the bacon is so good. Like, it's so good. So good. If any of you guys try that, leave like a comment somewhere. I need to know if anyone agrees, because it just tastes so good. But yeah. Yeah, okay. So, other things that's been happening. So, my puzzle, I think the last time I talked to you guys, I told you that I was at, a standstill with the puzzle. I'm back at a standstill, but right after I said that I was at a standstill, I did pretty well. Like, I was going places. Almost the whole bottom half of the puzzle is done, which I'm pretty proud of myself for that. I really dug in and like worked really hard for that. It took me a few seconds to because I had to build up like the second layer, and then that's when things got easier. But now I'm at a point where like everything just looks the same and I don't know what to do anymore. So I think I have to move on to a different portion and then go back to where I'm at. But so far it's pretty good. And I'm looking at my other puzzle. It looks so much more easier, and I should have started with that one. But They're probably all the same difficulty, so I ain't complaining. But it's gonna look so pretty when it's done. Like, literally, it's gonna look amazing. And I don't know what box I'm gonna put it on, so we'll see about that. But yeah, we'll just see about that. Continuing. Why everybody... Okay, so in house party, it says, like, such and such is in the house. And all my friends have all been in the house individually. So I just find that funny. It just gave me a notification. We all need to meet up on house party and play games. Ugh, so burpy today. I don't understand what it is. Okay, and then I thought I was at the end of my notes. Oh, let me just say, so I went to work the other day, and I love going to so let's just say I work at Best Buy. I love going to other Best Buys and seeing how they function, especially because my Best Buy is so small and other Best Buys are huge, and are kind of spaced out odd. But I really like going to other ones and seeing how people work there, especially when there's like more than 3 people on duty and there's like 5 or 6. I'm like, why are there so many people here? Like, I don't know, because my Best Buy is super small, so we don't really need that many workers. But moving on, Sundays I have to work at 4, and the bus to Best Buy leaves from my house at 3:38. It only takes like 5 minutes to get there. So especially like now, less people take the bus, so it takes like even less time to get there. So I'm not really that concerned about it leaving at 3:38. But the MBTA want to be acting up, and the bus then said it was gonna be coming at 3:43. So I was like, okay, I still have enough time. It's not going to take that long. I guess I won't be able to sit down and breathe for a second when I get there. But I'm fine with that. Oh, that's why it said that. That's weird. But yeah. So I missed a day of work. I don't know. Okay, sorry. I just got really sidetracked because something just popped up in my head. But yeah, so it said 3:43, so I wasn't concerned. And then it said 3:50, and I was like, ooh, we're gonna have a problem. And then it kept going up and up and up. So I was like, no, let me call my job and be like, I might be 5 minutes late. So then it keeps going, and the bus is literally, so like it was at a Walmart, and it was just sitting there, and I could see if it's moving or not, and it wasn't moving. So I'm like, what is going on? Why is the bus just sitting here? So then I was like, and there's no updates. It's like the app isn't updating, and then every time I update the website, the time just keeps moving and moving backward. So I was like, this is not good. So then it was like bumped up to 3:58, and I was like, ooh. And then it bumped up to 4:01, 4:02, 4:03, and I was like, and me, I hate not having like control over that because it gets me angry. And I hate not being able to be to places on time. Like, it just gets me mad if I don't make it on time. Because also I'm losing out on money. But it's really not that big of a deal. I'm literally 17. It's really not that big of a deal. But I hate missing out on that. Because then I feel like when I get there, it's like kind of weird. I don't know. It's a bit annoying. But, so... my mom was like, oh, do you want to check Uber? And I was just like, I hate getting impatient like that. And like, I asked her what I should do, and it was just like so difficult. So then she ordered an Uber for me, and it said it was gonna come in 13 minutes. And I was like, ugh. And the bus was still like just not moving at all. Then all of a sudden, the bus moved, and I was like, what the heck? And then the app said that it was having delays because of police action. So I just want to know what happened. I can look it up now because it was a few days ago. But there was some sort of police action involved. So I really hope... I think maybe someone on the bus didn't have their mask on. Or maybe like... it does come down like a really like highway road. So maybe like there was a car chase or something. But I just want to know what happened because it was like 40 minutes late. So Then it said 6 minutes, 5 minutes for the bus. I was like, Mom, should I just go? She's like, yeah. So then I ended up taking the bus, and I was like 30 minutes late. But I let them know again that I was going to be 30 minutes late. But I was 30 minutes late, so I was like, And I was like, you know what? I'm already here. I'm just going to go to the bathroom and then go up to the front and live my life. So, that's what I ended up doing. I ended up living my life. So, yeah. I just, like, I don't know. Why do I do that? Anyways. But, yeah, so then they're like, oh, do you want... I was already okay with missing out on almost an hour of work because it takes 30 minutes out for my break. So, I was already fine with that. And then my boss was like, oh, since you came 30 minutes late, do you just not want to take your 30? And I was like, ma'am, you have blessed my life. Okay, you really have blessed my life, because I wasn't gonna ask. I was just gonna take my 30 and eat that time, because not that I don't really care, but it didn't really affect me. But I was like, ma'am, thank you. And she gave me a 15, and that was probably the best day of my life. So basically, I got paid for just my regular time. I just didn't get a lunch break, but I didn't need a lunch break because I basically had my lunch break from 4 to 4:30. Alright? But yeah, that's what happened. And I hate being late for work, so I don't want that to happen again. So this Sunday, things better not go down. I'm leaving extra early, okay? I'm leaving at 2:30, because I'm not trying to have any problems whatsoever. So yeah, the last thing I wanted to talk about was that I went on like a trip. It's not really a trip. Me and my family went to Boston, and this is where the thumbnail, or like the clickbait for this episode comes from. Our lives were kind of threatened because this guy was asking us for change, and we said no. Tell me why this man this man threatened us. He threatened us to, like, hurt us. What? Sir, you cannot say that. But we kept walking, but I didn't know that he threatened us. But then my mom told me, I was like, what? Like, what would have happened if I was, like, with my friends? Like, that would have been so much more scarier. I'm glad I was with my family, but, like, that would have been so much more scarier if, like, I was with my friends and me and my non-abled body defense mechanisms not being able to do anything about that situation. But yeah, our lives were threatened by a man. That's the clickbait. But yeah, also we went to a Walgreens with a store that had above 21 drinks in it, and I found that weird because Walgreens is a pharmacy and you're gonna sell that there. Is that just me? Or is that a little weird? Because that one definitely had a pharmacy in it. And I just find that strange that that's a thing on the upper level. But it was a pretty nice Walgreens. And it was spaced out so strangely. It was like a department store. It was huge. The Walgreens near my house is so small. This Walgreens was like, you walk in, there's a second level with the drinks on the top, and then there's like the first level with just snacks and like food, and then like it looked like you go towards the back and that's where like all the makeup stuff is. It was so cool. I wish I should have gone to that back area. It was so cool. It looked so awesome. Like I don't know why, but I just found that awesome that it was so big. But yeah, and then I got some good finds. We went to Primark. I got some good finds. I got a Billie Eilish shirt there. What? Apparently they had a whole collection with her, but I missed a lot of those shirts. But I found this shirt, and it's basically like the blush, and it has like a fire head. So cool. It's so cool. And then I got some I finally got a good pair of sweatpants. Can I get a round of applause? I finally got a good pair of sweatpants. All my sweatpants are either too tight, Bali, or like I literally have bright red sweatpants, which I can't wear anywhere. I don't know why I got them. Probably because they were $5. But I got just like a regular pair of black sweatpants with pockets. They're nice and like wide and kind of baggy. I already got perfect fits picked out. You already know. And then I also got this NASA, this like a pair of like just shorts, and they're kind of like cut off a little bit. Like they made them cut off like that. And it says like NASA on the side. Kind of cute. No cap. And then I got sunglasses, which is snap right over my glasses, which we love that for me, right? Don't we love that for me? But yeah, and I got a mask from Sephora, which I'll probably do tonight, just to kind of like relax and help myself go to bed. But yeah, and then also just one other thing. Oh, they were doing the food thing. Oh, I wanted to go to that. Okay, so the summer program I'm doing, they're doing like a food Instagram live to make snacks and stuff. But I'm not gonna go. But yeah, so one other thing that just annoys me a little bit was that there were so many people who didn't have masks, in general, and like it just kind of bothers me because first of all, when people say they can't breathe with mask on, I totally get that, but it's not because there's a lack of oxygen. Like, you're not gonna die from wearing a mask, first of all. And I don't know what other argument there is against that. You cannot play devil's advocate with that. Unless your mask is a plastic bag over your head, you're not dying. Alright? You're not dying. If you go certain places, they give you free masks. If there's literally free masks when you go to the mall. There's free masks when you go to the hospital. There's literally free masks everywhere. It's just that you kind of have to look for them. And so that's not really a problem per se. Also, I saw some guy wearing a sock. Hey, if you can't get the mask, wear a sock. Like, I ain't mad at it. And he tied it over his head, and I'm proud of him for wearing one. There was someone on the bus who didn't wear one at all, and I was just like, what? But yeah, the whole mask thing is just a problem. And all those Karens out there who say masks are dumb, and that I just don't get it. And like, you can't convince me otherwise. Change my mind. You cannot change my mind about this. Like, I don't see it. I really don't. But yeah, I just thought of something else though. So I was looking at my analytics on here, and there's someone from Ireland. And I don't know, maybe it's because someone used a VPN, or if it's like a bot. But if there really is someone from Ireland listening, please like DM me on Instagram. My Instagram is king.notqueen. Again, my Instagram is king.notqueen. And if you are the one person, I'm pretty sure it's only one person. If you are the one person from Ireland who listens to this, please DM me, because I find that awesome. But if you're just a VPN user and you say you're from Ireland, also DM me. But if you're actually from Ireland, I need to know. And like, you listen on a platform that says other. So like some sort of special Ireland platform of listening to podcasts. Like, I need to know this information, because I just find that so cool. And also, there's also somebody who listens to my podcast who is of age 60 plus. And I don't know, again, if that's just someone who lied about their birthday. But once again, I need to know, because if you are of that age, why are you listening to this podcast? Why are you listening to this? Because no, I just don't see it. But there's like, I have a pretty good age range, and I don't know if it's because people lie about their birthday, but I have a pretty good age range. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, if this is here, I'm making my closing remarks. If this is your first ever podcast listening to me, go back a couple weeks, listen to my trailer, listen to my first one, give it a few listens or whatever. Just go back if you like it. If you're a returning listener, thank you so much for listening every week. I really appreciate it a lot. It really means a lot to me every time I open the app and see that people are listening, and I review the analytics, because that's my favorite thing to do. But yeah, just thank you so much. I really enjoy doing the podcast. I don't really care if like I have 12 loyal listeners, because that just means I have a pretty good base of listeners and supporters, and I really like that. And I'm just gonna keep talking like this because I don't have to live up to other people's expectations. And I don't know what I meant there, but if you know, now you know. But that is it for today's podcast. I thought it was gonna be short. Let's check the time, shall we? I'm gonna say 25. Oh, okay then. It's a pretty long one. Not pretty long, but kind of long. I didn't think it was gonna be 30 minutes. Mostly me just rambling. But yeah, if you like today's podcast, go follow me on Instagram. Give me an email. Still didn't email. This can be like a running gag. I still haven't emailed that email yet. But give me a nice email at kingnotqueenpod@gmail.com. Again, kingnotqueenpod@gmail.com with any suggestions, submissions of any stories you want to tell, or anything, really. Doesn't really matter. Go follow my YouTube. It's Nina King. It's a picture of me. And thanks so much for listening. Come back next Thursday for another episode. And yeah, thank you so much. Bye.